When I became a judge, I realized that every day you can go to work knowing that what you're going to try to do your best is do what's morally right and what's legally right and what is the best and right outcome for our society. I would say probably when I retired from the court that I was able to look back and realize that I had, to my mind, a very successful career. One of the things I was very proud of when I was on the court, whenever I wrote opinions, I always wrote them to try to explain to the losing party why they lost, so that at least they knew that I listened to all their arguments, I understood them, and could explain why I disagreed with them. I guess the most difficult part to me was trying to be confident that I had my arms around all elements of the case at one time, particularly when I was about to sit down and write an opinion. I think we were a very warm and close family. We, as I say, my parents ran a retail flower shop. And of course, when I was young, that was sort of the daycare location, as they would take me to the store. And I would learn to sweep up the stuff and put the trash away and try to wash the windows and do little simple things from the time I was probably about 6. There was a 5 and dime down from where my dad's flower shop. I went down there and I bought this book called Aesop's Fables, and I brought it back to the store. And there was this woman that worked in the store. She was half African-American, half Caucasian. Her name was Mila, and I loved her. And she teased me about buying that book. I also remember a childhood incident at the flower shop with Mila and my father. A woman came into the store and Mila went out to wait on her. And this woman said, she says, "I want a white person to wait on me." And my father said to her, "If Mila isn't good enough to wait on you, you're shopping at the wrong store, and I ask you to leave immediately." I was so proud of my dad. And that was the first time I'd seen discrimination against African Americans, and it infuriated me. As a judge, I had a particular sensitivity to pro se plaintiffs that were economically deprived, and prisoner rights. As you know, the prison population is disproportionately minority. They always got a very fair hearing, and I wrote some precedent-setting cases protecting prisoners from retaliation by the prison guards that the Sixth Circuit adopted, expanding those rights enormously. So that, yes, seeing racial discrimination had a major impact on my career choices and my value system to this day. The other major factor, when I was 10, my parents had not intended to have a third child, but they did. And my younger brother had Down syndrome. His name was Randy. My brother, he had an IQ of about 65. Average IQ, as you know, is 100. My parents never institutionalized him. My mother cared for him till he died at 50, which is amazing. When he was born, his life expectancy was 6. So that was pretty good parenting. The other memory, I remember the time he came home with his first paycheck. I think it was like for $4.80 from the sheltered workshop that he worked at. He was so proud that he too was an earner, which is a wonderful memory. Randy loved to dance and loved music. He also loved 2 movies. I think he wore out several copies of each. One was Superman, and the other was Over the Rainbow. Unusual that he would like that one so well, but I guess they both were hopeful. The one for a superhero, and the other is that everybody can look beyond the current situation, beyond the rainbow.